So, have you ever felt like you've lived 100 lifetimes? Like you're just operating on a totally different frequency from everyone else around you? Well, if that sounds familiar, you are in exactly the right place. We're about to dig into how the very things you might see as damage, as scars from your past, have actually forged you into something stronger, more resilient, and, believe it or not, way more valuable.
First up, let's just sit with that feeling for a second. That feeling of being different, of carrying a history that really sets you apart. You know, it's a feeling that's incredibly common for anyone who's had to weather some serious storms in life.
I mean, think about it. When you face some really big life and death kind of challenges, all the small, day-to-day squabbles and anxieties, they can seem almost silly, right? And it's not because you're cold or you don't care, it's because your whole perspective on what truly matters has been fundamentally rewired.
And it's so easy to look back at all that hardship and only see the scars. I mean, we're kind of taught that struggles make us weaker, that we're somehow less than whole because of what we've been through. But you know what? That's only half the story.
Because here's the powerful truth we're going to unpack today. That history, it hasn't diminished you. Nope. It has actually given you this rare set of strengths that people who've had an easier path might never ever develop. It's all about how we reframe those experiences.
And to really get our heads around this transformation, we can actually look to this beautiful and, frankly, profound Japanese art form. It's a whole philosophy called Kintsugi.
Okay, so Kintsugi is the art of mending what's broken. But here's the kicker. It's not about hiding the cracks. It's about illuminating them, filling them with pure gold. The whole idea is that the breakage and the repair are a vital part of that object's story, something to be celebrated, not hidden away in shame.
And this just creates such a powerful contrast, doesn't it? Our usual way of thinking says, oh, it's broken, it's worthless now. But the Kintsugi view is the complete opposite. It argues that by mending those breaks with something precious, the object becomes more unique, more beautiful, and honestly way more valuable than it was before it ever even broke.
So what does this actually look like in a person? Well, the first strength of what we might call the Kintsugi Soul is this incredibly profound and powerful form of empathy. You know, when you've had to navigate your own darkness, you develop this kind of radar for the struggles of other people. It's an empathy that goes so far beyond simple sympathy. It's a deep, intuitive understanding simply because you've been there. You get it.
And this kind of empathy, it basically makes you a magnet for other healing souls. People are just drawn to you because they can sense, deep down, that you're not going to judge their scars. That shared experience, it just strips away all the usual barriers, and it allows for these incredibly deep, authentic connections to form.
All right. The next strength that comes out of this is, well, it's kind of a superpower, really. It's all about what happens when everything around you seems to be completely falling apart.
I just love this metaphor. When you've already battled a significant adversity, when you face the dragon, your whole baseline for what counts as a crisis just completely shifts. You don't get rattled by the same things that sent other people into a total panic.
Just think about a huge financial problem or a sudden medical emergency. While everyone else is overwhelmed by fear and chaos, you're the one who can actually think clearly, stay calm, and start making a plan. You become this source of stability precisely because you've survived instability before.
And finally, the third strength forged in the fire of experience is this powerful, unshakable sense of self. It's a kind of radical authenticity.
Wow, what a powerful image. Intense suffering, it just has this way of burning away all the non-essential parts of us, the ego, the pretense, the need to impress everyone. When you've had to use every single ounce of your energy just to survive, there's nothing left for wearing a mask.
So ultimately, you just stop caring so much about status symbols and keeping up appearances because you know what truly matters in life. And this makes you incredibly authentic. You become the real deal in a world that can often feel, well, a little plastic.
Okay, so let's bring this all together. These strengths, this high-definition empathy, this calm in a crisis, this radical authenticity, they are not just random personality traits. They are the direct result of your history. And if any of this has been resonating with you, if you're nodding along, then welcome. Welcome to the club. You're part of this unique group of people who just understand that true strength isn't about being perfect and unbroken. It's about healing and becoming more because of the journey. And this, right here, is the ultimate takeaway. I want you to stop seeing your past as a liability. Start seeing those cracks for what they really are. They're seams of gold.
They are testaments to your resilience, and they are the very source of your greatest strengths and your deepest beauty. So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. I want you to really look at your own history, your own journey. What unique strengths, what incredible empathy, what amazing resilience, what gold can you find shining in your own cracks?